Hi, good to be with you again
Yes.
for a daily reflection. And today, the daily reflection is, what is it today,
It's taken
Jenny?
from 1 Peter 4, verse 16, which says, "However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name."
Say it again.
However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name.
Oh, I'm not sure I'm into thanking God for suffering.
No, but it happens to everyone, doesn't it?
In
And
some
actually,
shape or
that's
form.
how we grow and mature. And
Yeah. Although I was in a chat with some other pastors yesterday, and they were talking about, one of them particularly was talking about a letter he'd read of a boy in Cameroon who was just lamenting the death that they were seeing around them and just hoping that they would wake up in the morning being alive.
wow,
And you think,
full on.
that doesn't like sleeping with their eyes open and things like that, and you realise...
Is this a COVID thing because of COVID, or is it something else going on?
No, a whole lot of things,
Cameroon,
I think. Can't really remember, but there was a lot to be thankful for. That was the person was making. That's not to say that people don't suffer. That's not to say that it's not difficult. But part of it is seeing it in context, isn't it?
Mm.
Here, though, it's specifically talking about suffering.
If you suffer as a Christian.
Yes, because you're a follower of Jesus and you stand up for
the faith. And in this day and age, when Peter was writing, presumably there was a lot of persecution happening to Christians in the Roman world then.
Well, the Christians were considered atheists.
That's it. So weird, isn't it?
Because
weird. They weren't following the gods of the day.
Yeah,
the Roman gods.
Exactly, and they weren't prepared to acknowledge Caesar as the ultimate Lord, but said Jesus is the ultimate Lord. So, yeah, they weren't...
it's not even in our worldview or way of thinking,
it's not very popular. Although it's a bit similar in our day and age, because Christians get persecuted today because we don't go along with some of the things around same-sex marriage or euthanasia or abortion or a whole lot of areas like that. And so therefore we, in that sense, look as if we're the atheists in the context of what people believe in the rest of the world. So, I don't know that it's that dissimilar. So when we do suffer, if you go to school, you're in business, or whatever, and you do get ridiculed a little bit because of what you believe, then I don't think it's that far removed from what Peter's talking about here. And saying, that sort of comes with the territory, because the world ultimately struggles with the truth that there is a God who created it all. And that means we get pushback sometimes in all that.
So it says, however, if you suffer as a Christian. So I'm interested to know what is happening before that in Peter chapter 4. The previous verse, verse 15, "If you suffer, it should not be as a murderer or a thief or any other kind of criminal, or even as a meddler. However, if you suffer as a Christian." So if you suffer, it's talking about suffering in a broader context, really, the whole chapter. And verse 13, "Rejoice in as much as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed." So it's talking about Jesus suffering to begin with, and how his suffering impacts on us.
So, I think I've heard different times, say within art college, even though it's a long time ago now, people found the idea of a person of faith like myself difficult, and I was on the butt end of a whole lot of different jokes or certainly comments, even from some of our lecturers. That was true back then, all those years ago. So it does happen today, and I think in many ways Christians have learnt to be silent in a lot of places because of that. I don't know about you. Do you feel as if...
Oh, definitely. That's something that I've always struggled with and found a bit tricky, knowing, and partly because of what happened to me in primary school, high school,
bullying and stuff,
being bullied, and so it's hard to actually start talking about my faith and who I believe in, because you just a bit fearful, which isn't good. I know that's not good, but it makes it more difficult to do that.
So the early Christians did stand up. They did find hope in following the way of Jesus, and they changed the Roman Empire. Like, it didn't stay like this forever, certainly through many generations, but not forever. And I think the call is for us to recognise that all in this day and age we will suffer if we follow Jesus. That's going to be part of what it means to be his follower.
Yep. So that's the suffering.
Yeah. I trust that encourages you and helps you to stand firm.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.